What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and in today's video we're going to be talking about my morning routine for the law of attraction. Let's get started. My friends, I started doing this morning routine a while back because I'm going to be honest with you. As soon as springtime came, now all of a sudden we're opening up our windows, and I was living right on a main street. Therefore, traffic all day. Literally 10,000 cars will pass by from 6 a.m. till midnight. And I was struggling as far as meditating. I was struggling because even when I put on earset, and even when I listen to meditation, I had to put it on so loud that it was completely useless. So I decided, instead of staying up late and watching TV, watching useless shows, I decided I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to wake up at 4 o'clock, in between 4 and 4:30. Okay? And I started to do this routine, and literally, my life completely transformed. Literally, I was able to melt away any fear. I was able to melt away any type of anxiety, any stress, any worrying about the future, because now, by doing this morning routine, I was able to get that meditation in before the masses wake up. I was able to get my meditation done before 6 a.m. And between 3 and 6 a.m. is an incredibly powerful time. That is when you're the most receptive to receiving guidance as far as your spirits and from your angels and your guides. And that's why I started doing this, because I wanted to start off my day right. Because for a while, what I would do is I would wake up, have my coffee, and then it was out the door, and I just found that my day was nonstop stress. I was always trying to catch up. And now, by waking up 2.5 hours before I actually have to, my days are a lot calmer. And not only this, your brain, before 6 a.m., that 4 o'clock till 6 a.m. period, your brain has got such an immense capacity as far as taking in information, as far as being able to remember and recall on these details at a much later date. And that's why I take this time also to learn. If you've been remotely struggling as far as the law of attraction, if things just don't seem like they're working out for you, if you're still feeling any type of stress, anxiety, you're worrying, you have any type of fear, I strongly suggest that you try this morning routine. You're going to see it won't most likely bring your big manifestations forth within a matter of a couple weeks, but you're going to be feeling a lot better. You're going to be raising up your vibrations, and as you do so, you're going to start noticing that your reality is going to reflect how you feel on the inside. You're going to be noticing that individuals are going to be a lot kinder, a lot more loving. You're going to notice that situations are turning out in your favor much more often than not. You're going to notice that you're going to be much more productive. You're going to have more energy, and you're going to be able to achieve more than simply sleeping in and then waiting till that last second, hitting that snooze, waking up, down a coffee quick, and out the door. Because the reason your first 20 minutes dictates how your day's going to be. Therefore, by doing this, you're going to have a much calmer day. You're going to see things are going to work out in your favor much more often. And especially right now, if you're not quite sure as far as which path you should be taking, this is going to help you immensely. You're going to discover exactly which path you should be heading down. You're going to receive that clear cut guidance as far as how you should move forward. You're going to bring forth the individuals that are meant to come and help you in one way, shape, or form. The first thing I do as soon as I wake up, once you've decided on what time it is that you want to wake up, first thing that I do, I sit quietly and I observe my thoughts as far as what did I dream about? I try to recall the dreams that I've had. And one simple trick, if currently you're having a hard time remembering your dreams when you wake up, before you fall asleep, just keep telling yourself the affirmation 4 or 5 times. I will remember my dreams when I wake up. I will remember my dreams when I wake up. And not only this, oftentimes I'll ask my angels a question. And what I end up doing is I ask them to wake me up immediately after they have answered it in the dream. So now you've taken 5 minutes to think about what it is that you dreamt about. You can write this out in a dream journal, because sometimes you might see something in a dream. You might hear something in a dream that you're not going to understand at that moment, but by writing it down, you're going to be able to look back later on when you've learned or you discovered certain things about what that dream truly meant. And then afterwards, once again, start spending about 5 minutes or so just feeling grateful, truly picking things that you're truly feeling grateful about. And once you start to feel that gratefulness, start saying a couple of different affirmations, a couple of things you're grateful for that you haven't quite received yet. Because by doing this, now what you've done is you've raised up your vibrations, and by feeling grateful about what you have already received, and now you're already in alignment with what it is that you want to attract. So pick out two, three, four different things after and just feel grateful about it. The second thing I do when I wake up is I like to learn in the morning before 6 a.m. There's something incredibly powerful between that 3 o'clock and 6 a.m. time where your brain is much more receptive to taking in information. It just seems to go in much easier, and you're able to recall it at a much later date instead of just forgetting about it. So personally, I like to have my coffee and I like to read some type of material that's helping me learn on my spiritual journey. And this can be absolutely anything. But take this time and make it as relaxed as possible, because that is going to dictate what type of day that you're going to be having. If you're able to now have half an hour or so where it's completely peaceful and you're just taking in information, you're going to see you're not going to be rushing your entire day. You're going to see things are going to unfold at a much better pace. You're going to see that you're going to be able to be more creative. You're going to be able to thrive a lot more than if you wake up and you're all feeling rushed. The third thing I do is exercise immediately first thing in the morning. I'm a big believer that, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your own personal health, to your own personal growth, put yourself first. I've done it, gone to work and then tried working out after, but you never have the same level of energy. And not only this, by having a workout, no matter what it is, whether it's going for a jog, biking, lifting weights, going for a walk, just being able to start moving, what you're going to see is you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel much more energized throughout your entire day. And I used to go to the gym, but unfortunately, where I live currently, the gym is like half an hour away. So instead of wasting an hour of my time going to the gym and coming back, I just have weights at home and just end up doing a full body workout. And it just leaves me feeling that much more energized. It puts me more in that alpha state. I'm more ready to tackle on my day. I'm able to push forward. I'm able to thrive much more. And not only this, I find that I'm much more positive as far as how my day turns out. I'm expecting situations to turn out in my favor far more often than not. And guess what? That's exactly what happens. Your days are going to look a lot better. You're going to see that you're going to be more productive, you're going to thrive, and you're going to be a lot happier. The fourth thing I do is a morning meditation. And what's really important, I've scheduled my day where I'm able to get this meditation in and completed before 6 a.m. So it's really up to you. You might want to meditate and then do your workout, but it's really important to try to have that meditation done before 6 a.m., before all the traffic starts, before everyone wakes up. Because before 6 a.m., everyone is asleep, therefore the energies are a lot more calmer. You're really able to tune into your intuition. You're really able to have much more deep, profound meditations. And during your meditation, I vary it up. Sometimes it'll just be sitting quietly. Sometimes it's going to be guided meditation. Sometimes it's just going to be, let's say, a meditation just to raise up my vibration. Mix it up. Because if there's one thing that I found is at a certain point, if you don't mix it up, meditation starts to become a chore. And when it comes to spirituality, even life in general, whenever something starts to become a chore, you lose interest in it. You're not as motivated to continue doing it. So mix it up. Look at, let's say, your past day. How was your last day? Well, if there was something, let's say, you were lacking a little bit of self confidence, let's say at work, talking about a certain project that is currently happening at your work, you weren't able to fully express yourself as far as your opinion on this project. Well, there's meditations for that. Really look at how are you able to improve your life by meditating. It's not just always about sitting there quietly, having no thoughts, and seeing what comes in. There's millions of different ways to use this meditation. But what's important, I always make sure that I get it done before 6 a.m. I get it done before the masses start to awaken, before all these different energies are going to be interfering with my own energy. And lastly, number 5, breakfast. Get yourself a good breakfast. And what I like to do during breakfast is I have my day planner. And what I'll do is I'll take 5-10 minutes and I'll go through my day. I'll look at what is coming up. And one thing that's really important that most people don't do, okay, for those of you right now who are in a relationship, schedule in that time with your partner. Don't just make all of that about business. It's the same thing with scheduling time for things you enjoy doing. Stop just working all day and then not having the energy to do what you truly love. Schedule that in. And then what I end up doing after that, I start by seeing my planner. I'm able to see what's coming up in my day. And now I'm able to start having saying affirmations. I'm able to start getting myself in a certain mindset. Let's say if you're going to work and you have a presentation. Well, I'm so happy that my presentation went well and everyone accepted what I presented to them. I'm so glad that I was able to speak clearly and get my message across to my coworkers. Start saying these types of affirmations. Look at your day and start expecting situations to turn out in your favor. Start saying affirmations that's going to make it that you're going to have the result that you're looking for. Your thoughts really do control your reality. It's just being able to let go of those self-limited beliefs and being able to trust that that's exactly the path that you should be on. Being able to trust this is exactly how things are meant to turn out. Well, those were my 5 things that I do, my morning routine for the law of attraction. And I can tell you this, guys, it has literally changed my life. And it won't take long. You're going to stick with it for 2-3 weeks, and you're going to start seeing results. You're going to start seeing that your days are turning out much better, they're much more peaceful, and things are turning out in your favor much more often than not. Because think about it. What's the point of staying up late and just watching TV? If you honestly have nothing good to do late at night, get to bed early. Because not only that, for every hour you're able to fall asleep before midnight, it's worth 2 hours after midnight as far as the quality of sleep that you're getting. And for me, like I say, look right now. It's all reruns that are playing. There's no new movies whatsoever. Therefore, maybe it is time to switch things up a bit. If you're struggling, if you've been struggling as far as the law of attraction, maybe it's time to try this out. Now it's time to do a little shift in your life. And trust me, you're going to notice. Maybe your manifestations won't come in within the next week or two, but guess what? You're going to be feeling that much better. And that's all about raising up your vibration. As you do so, you're going to see things are going to turn on your favor much more often than not. And what you're going to notice as you're doing this each and every single day, after a short period of time, you're going to notice that you're going to be feeling a lot better about yourself. You're going to be noticing that your intuition is going to get heightened. You're going to notice that that connection with spirit is going to strengthen. You're going to notice that these messages, this guidance that you're receiving will be much more clear. And not only this, you're going to notice, especially if any of you right now are struggling with stress, with anxiety, with any type of fear, with worrying, you're going to notice that that is all going to melt away and your days are going to go much better. You're going to notice that individuals are going to be much more kinder and much more loving. And it's truly going to help transform your life into exactly the type of life that you want, you deserve, and that you're worthy of receiving. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Get yourselves out in nature. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.